fuck up, get your top hit. Clean and crew, we pull out with the mop sticks. I can let my demons loose, we ride and don't get car sick. Really, I believed in you, it turned out that you not shit.
I looked at it, first thing I did was say, hey, let me sit down and let me get down to the bottom of this to completely confirm everything. Everything. I reached out to the person who went online and did all the other shit. I reached out to her and shit, and she basically she showed me every single thing. I asked her to confirm the iMessage, to confirm the number. It's confirmed. Alright? All that shit is confirmed. And I'm just sick and tired of having to do shit like this. Because it's like, damn, my nigga, like.
Yeah. They were talking. What were they talking about? It was a 17-year-old. That was.
Yeah,
the Kai's. Yeah, the Kai situation.
Because that even was. Because that is unfortunate. Because he is young. But like, man, once she said her age, like, you gotta.
No, yeah, for sure.
Come on now.
Yeah, you most. I mean, legally, you should have stopped.
Like, bro, it's not worth it.
Yeah, you should have stopped. But I'm not gonna call him a pedophile. I'm not gonna look at him. He's like, that's just something that to me is something that is like, I honestly, I don't know if I can even say like slapping the wrist, honestly, because if you really think about it, man, like my parents are like 6 years apart, and it's like, I know now everyone's like super woke and everyone's super like, they want to, yeah, some people, like your parents are 11 years, so it's like, you know, like back then it was more normal. It wasn't until now that everyone's super sensitive and everyone wants to be victims of something. I'm not gonna sit here and
act like my parents' age gap isn't still weird. My mom was like 21 and my dad was 31.
But that's what I'm saying. Like that's where the disconnect is that how I just said right now, how back then it wasn't so much of a problem, but now it's like we're more conditioned to think that is an issue. Off of what you just said is that you think that that's weird. The same thing I'm talking about. You just displayed it right now. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying you displayed it right now. That your mind is conditioned to think that that's weird. But back then, that's normal. Like it was nothing wrong with that back then. But it wasn't until now that, like in the late 2000s, like 2016 plus or 2015 up, that it's like, oh yeah, don't know, you're a pedophile if you're 21 dating a.
There's multiple reasons as to why though. Like it's
why
not
what?
just. And I'm not gonna act like I have all the answers. But I think there's more reasons as to why the age gap changed.
You know why, to me, why I can relate that to? That's kind of like what when it comes to like the dude that when I be driving through the neighborhood, I'm going, the speed limit is 25. I'm literally going 24, right? Or I'm literally going the speed limit. But then he's super quick to be like, oh, you're speeding, whatever the case may be, just that my car is loud. What that kind of reminds me of is with this situation to an extent, because it's like, the girl is 17, right? She's underage in majority of states. That's a fact. She's underage, and legally, it's not something that you should partake in. But morally, it makes me. I'm not so quick to say that. Oh, that's wrong, because it's like, bro, that's not. You gotta look at it this way too. That there's girls, babies out here that are doing at 18, fucking grown ass men on camera.
Like I don't know how people are not just seeing something or like an age or something and just saying and just stopping. You feel me? It was just some messages that it's some messages that looks fucking crazy, bro. You feel me? I'm not sugarcoating shit. The shit look fucking crazy, bro. And the shit fucked me up the whole day, gang. Like the whole fucking day. Shit fucked me up, cause like, nigga, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Like, nigga, I have a whole vision, like,
getting paid for it. And that same girl that hopped in that video to fucking make money to take care of herself or her family, she could have just turned 18 that same day. Just 12 hours ago, she was 17. So what? She just turned 18 automatically. Now she's mature. Like something just changed mentally. It's just like, in my head, I'm just thinking like, bro, like, if you're someone that's 19 and you're dating someone that's 17, I'm not going to look at you like you're some kind of like pedophile. But if you're like 24, 25, 26, 27, even 23, it's like,
yeah, once you're prefrontal
once when you're past 21, that's when it's like, all right, bro, you need to date someone in your own class. But if you're like 20, is pushing it. But if you're 19, 18. Like, come on, bro. I'm not gonna look at you like you're a you're talking to someone at 17, bro. Like, are you serious? 19?
Just because, okay, but when you really think about it, a 17-year-old is a junior in high school. A 19-year-old is a freshman to sophomore in college, getting ready to. They're thinking.
Or
about,
it could be a senior in high school too.
But they're a 21-year-old.
No, not 21. I was saying for 19. I was saying for 19. We definitely had a couple of 19-year-olds when I was a senior,
well,
for
that's
sure.
one thing. I mean, I'm talking about, like, if you're both in high school, if the couple is in high school, that's one thing.
Mm-hmm.
You're dating in high school, you see each other daily. But, like, if one is in high school and one is out, and, like, you're in college, it's one thing if the relationship started in high school. Because, like, obviously, like, what the person might graduate first and you graduate after. But it's like, how is it that y'all are meeting each other outside of this
whole vision, like how I want. I need to stop crying and shit. Like I'm over here crying and shit. Somebody who helped me start my whole shit. It's weird. It's fucking weird, bro. Once you see a certain age, you just stop. It is not that hard. You see something, you fucking stop, and you do the right thing. You feel me? So it's like, it is. Once it starts moving forward, bro, I'm not associating myself with him. He's not associated with me. I'm not associated with him. I gotta start doing shit on my own. I have to lock it. I don't want to take no break or nothing because I feel like I have tunnel vision for what I want to do, and I won't let anything like prevent me from like, you know, doing certain shit. And I reached out to the person and shit like that, and I made sure to get her shit. She wanted to be anonymous and shit like that. So
y'all didn't go to school together or nothing. I think it is kind of weird to be 20 and be in community with 17-year-olds. Because as a 20-year-old, were you hanging out with anybody in high school?
Oh, are you asking me?
Yes. Did you have any high school friends as a 20-year-old?
When I was 20...
that you, like, hung out with? Like, maybe, like... Because I understand, like, I had underclassmen that, like, I was cool with.
Yeah.
But, like, once I left high school...
No, I did. I think I had... No, I don't know if I was 20. I think I was 19. But they were dudes.
Yeah, the year out of high school, yeah. I could imagine, like, the year fresh out of high school, you're still going to have people that still are in school. You're going to go to the next graduation.
There's a 4-year age difference, yeah.
Yeah, but, like, a year or two removed from high school, did you have any friends that you actively hung out with in high school?
Yeah.
Right.
Because I was a senior. So, like, when I left, the people,
honestly, okay, yeah, that's not a good...
That's what I'm saying. It's not that deep.
But
like,
I would
people are
say,
stretching
like,
it.
But you're not making new... My argument, though, is that you're not making new friends.
Yeah.
These are friends that you've already had, which goes along with my argument I said before.
Mm-hmm.
Relationships that you had in high school, going out of high school, transitioning out of high school, because you knew them before.
Mm-hmm.
But how is it that you're a 20-year-old making new high school friends? I don't think you were doing that.
Yeah, but
I don't think many
the way that I kind of see where you're like,
to the point where it's a relationship. Like, you are 2 years removed from high school, and you're talking to a 17-year-old from a high school that you never went to. You don't know, like, you don't know at all.
Yeah, I just don't think that it's just people just sitting down and just like actively trying to just hang out, meet, and be friends with just like minors. I think it literally is just dude at a party, girl comes, invites her like friend, and her friend brings her little sister too, and then you see her little sister, you don't really know exactly how old she is. You're 19, you're talking to her, she says that, oh, I'm 17, and it's like, I'm not sure how I feel about this, but I guess I'll talk to her. I guess I'll text her. If she seems cool, I'll continue to talk to her. Like, it doesn't have to always be like, oh yeah, she's like, I just don't.
Fair.
Like
But once
you're
you
still
hit the
young.
age, though.
Like you can't even get a beer. You can't even get a drink if you wanted to. Like you're still a kid. That's why I'm saying if you're like 22, 23, that's when it's pushing you. Even 21 is really pushing it. But like 19, it's like 18. It's like, bro, come on, bro. Like, what are we doing? Even 21 is kind of weird, but nah, that's like very like 22 absolutely dead no. But you're still a kid. You can't get a beer. You can't go to the club. You can't get cigarettes. You can't get a blunt. You can't do anything like that.
To get her shit, she wanted to be anonymous and shit like that. So, I'm gonna figure this shit out. I'm gonna figure all of this shit out, and hopefully I you know. Apparently, nigga, it's not even apparent, nigga. It's here, clear as fucking day. In 2021, just got caught talking to a minor who was 17 years old, and it's just fucking annoying when shit happen and shit come my fucking name every time, bro. I get connected in situations. Come relax, bro. Apparently in 2021, this nigga was caught talking to somebody that's not the age of consent. Nigga, it gets bad because she lied about her age. She said she was 19. She lied about her age. She ended up saying her age. Said she was 17. Right at that moment, you're supposed to stop texting. When I seen this shit hit the internet, I just woke up. I seen this shit hit the internet. I looked at it. First thing I did was say, hey, let me sit down and let me get down to the bottom of this to completely confirm everything. Everything. I reached out to the person who went online and did all the other shit. I reached out to her in every single thing. I asked her to confirm the iMessage, to confirm the number. It's confirmed. Alright? All that shit is confirmed. And I'm just sick and tired of having to do shit like this. Because it's like, damn, my nigga, like, somebody who helped me start my whole shit.
Anything
I
like
just
that.
know that I'm not saying what you're saying like isn't, you know, but I just think it's a slippery slope because you gotta have the cutoff somewhere.
I think the slippery slope is when you get around like 21. I think that's when it gets a little.
No, I'm just saying like that age range is very like you're transitioning from being a child into becoming an adult and like mindset and everything. I'm just saying like it's a slippery slope as in there has to be a cutoff at some point. So like what are we allowing and what aren't we?
I mean, we're not. I think the public is not allowing
it's
past
unfortunate
18.
that like maybe a few months earlier he would have been 19 and a few months later she would have been 18 and it would have been legal, I guess, you know. I mean, not unfortunate in the sense like, well, whatever, playing devil's advocate that it was innocent in the sense that, you know, maybe whatever. I don't know, this is weird. That's what I'm saying. I don't even like arguing because it's a slippery slope. Like there has to be a cutoff somewhere.
Yeah, I think there is. I just
so
think
that's why, like,
what's your cutoff?
As unfortunate as it is that happened, when you get to 18, you are entering a different class of, you're not necessarily a child anymore. You are an adolescent becoming an adult. So you can't be categorized, because I wouldn't argue that. I would argue there's more in similarities between a 17 and a 14-year-old versus like an 18 versus like a 17 and a 25-year-old or a 18 and a 25-year-old.
No one's arguing that though.
Reasons why 20 and 17 shouldn't be together, like why that still is like.
Yeah, 17 and 25 is weird. No, yeah, that's not, no.
No, not 17, 25. I'm saying 17, 20.
Oh, I thought you said that at first.
I'm saying 17 and 20 is like, because it starts to get in that weird category.
I don't think 17, 20 is, I'm telling you, 17, 20 I think is like, I mean, okay. I wouldn't be so quick to be like, oh yeah, he's a pedophile. I just think that when it gets at 21, that's when it's questionable. And 22 is like I don't need to ask no questions. But I know, but I'm just saying like once when it hits 22, that's when I'm like, yeah, I don't need to hear nothing from you. That's fucking weird.
But it's already questionable because past the legal threshold. So
yeah, I know that.
That's what we
But
have
then
to cut
again,
off for.
but think about it, there are girls that are 18 getting fucked on camera by 40-year-old men, but nobody questions that. Think about that. There's like some of these OnlyFans girls you see on Twitter, you would swear to God they're 25. These are babies, 18, 19, getting their boobs done.
If you think that same 17-year-old should be able to be with a 20-year-old,
no,
what do you think they're gonna do?
That's not no. Because what I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is this baby is online exploiting her body, right, for money around a bunch of men that 9 times or I'm not gonna say that don't have their best interests, but you're putting yourself in a very risky position for yourself and for your life and also for your family too as well. That is totally different from someone that generally likes you, that generally wants to build a connection with you and be there for you and respect you and take care of you and love you forever. Generally, right? Those are two completely different things. So we can't act like they're the same. I just don't think that you being 17 or you being 19, even 20, dating someone that is 17 or even 18 is super like, oh my God, you're a rapist. Like, no. But if you're someone that is 21, that's when I raise my eye a little bit. I don't know about that. 22, absolutely not. I don't give a fuck what you say. There's no explanation you need to explain. It's dead. Like, that's how I feel about people that are 22. But I just don't think 17 and 19 is really that weird. I don't think it is.
I think that's kind of like, not like the beauty, but I guess I don't know what I'm trying to say, but like, because what that is for the age of consent is not only for relationships, but when you do turn 18, you can decide what to do with your own body.
Yeah,
so,
you can register for the army, you can do porn, you can do a lot of stuff.
Even if you can argue that like, oh, I love this 17-year-old, I have the best interest at heart for you, that's fine, but like, legally she can't make decisions on her own regardless of what you think. It has to do with her own decisions.
But that goes back to what I said before. You had people that were literally they just turned 18. No, but hear me out. They just turned 18 5 hours ago. You tell me that this same person that was just 17 5 hours ago could literally register for the army or for the military so they can potentially kill themselves and also kill other people legally. And also on top of that, if they want to go into the industry and fuck on camera for money, they can do that too as well. And the same individual was just 17 5 hours ago. It's not like the second they turned 18, they had a switch in their brain and would automatically they're like super mature and they can make all these super adult decisions. No, that's not how it works. That's what I'm saying. We can't sit there and say like, yeah, 18 is a cut point from the time that you can make these choices and decisions. Nah, bro, like over time, slowly people mature. There's people that I know that are, I've worked inside of clubs before. I worked inside of the fucking Ultra Bar all the time. The people that are 18 and from the people that are 20, they're very similar. Very similar as far as like how they are, as far as how they react when they drink, how they get drunk when they high, how stupid they act. Like all of them, when the bottles come out to the table, they have to get all excited when their favorite song comes on. They act like, ah! Like it's like, yo, calm down, bro. Like it's totally different from me being in a section with people that are 23, 24, 25, 26. Those people are usually just chilling, vibing. And if it is time to get lit, they're like, yeah. They're going like that. They're not bouncing around everywhere like that one dude that wanted to go like this and lit people up and shit. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna put too much weight on you, but you know what I'm saying, right? So it's just different. You know what I'm saying? It's just not the same thing.
I feel like we're just thinking about the consent age in the context of like sex and stuff though, because I was like, while you were talking, I was listening, but I was also thinking to myself like, why is the age of consent the age it is? Because if anything, it should be older, because it's like pretty, like agreed upon that your brain is not fully developed until you're 25. So how can you make decisions like putting your life on the line for the military or even, deciding to consent to date somebody, however way.
Or transition.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was going to say stuff like that too. But I
Have
would argue
babies.
that it is important for it to be, I don't know. I think there's multiple reasons, like economic reasons, autonomy, stuff like that. Because I think it's important for somebody who's 18 to be able to make certain decisions for themselves, like medical. Because, like, I'm pretty sure when you're 13, legally, like, you don't have to share your medical records and stuff like that. I don't know if you can make...
I thought it was 18.
No, because I remember something. Because, like, I remember it was, like, a thing that, like, at a certain age, like, your mom... Like, legally, if you wanted to, you could tell your parent, like, to not come into the appointments with you. And this is, like, before you're 18. Which is a good thing. Because, like, God forbid if, you're, like, a middle schooler and you have a pregnancy or something, like, I think it's a good thing that you shouldn't have to have your parents involved. Because that's going to discourage you from getting the medical attention you need from fear.
Yes.
But yeah, stuff like that, I think... Like, you talking about how can they make those decisions, like, those same 18-year-olds to, like, bust it open on TV and stuff. But I think those same 18-year-olds should, if they really need or want medical care, they should be able to do that. Because I think that's, I don't know. I would argue it should be raised, at least at 20. Age of consent. Or 21.
Why not 21?
I'm saying we're just making 21. Yeah, when you can drink.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there should be an age that everything you should be able to do, like drink. If you want to do porn, if you want to transition, having kids, military, like everything should be just 21, just flat 21.
I don't think there should be an age limit on kids because I don't think you could legally enforce that. Like, because what would there be penalties on?
Well, this is the reason why.
Rape victims, because what? Then they
You
would
said
bring
rape victims?
No, I'm just saying because then there would be a whole thing with abortion. Cause
I wasn't thinking about that. I was just thinking like as far as like kids putting themselves in position to have kids at such a young age that like they can't survive.
Well, that's not fair because I mean, do they have the best sex education?
I mean, I
What
don't
is their
know.
sex education program like for
I don't know.
schools? Because right now they're trying to attack that, talking about they're teaching it too young.
I'm
kids.
I'm not really thinking of it like legally with that so much. I'm more so thinking of it as far as like in a moral aspect. Like I just don't think
it's very frowned upon already.
Yeah, I just don't think morally it's good for anybody, guy or girl, to have a kid at a baby of the age of a baby. You know, my dad had my sister when he was 15. He was a baby himself, so he did not, as much as he loved her. No, my dad does not regret having my sister, but I'm pretty sure he regrets the time he had her. I'm pretty sure he wished he had her at a more convenient time, and that's okay to say that. It's not like he's saying he doesn't love my sister. Like I love my sister, he loves his daughter, of course, but. You know, just because it's the right person doesn't always mean it's the right time. So, I don't know. I just think that at the end of the day, like, none of this is really nice morally. I don't think any of it is. As far as legally, I mean, the law is the law, but everyone's going to have their own opinion. And I think with most things, it should raise to 21. I think 18's a little too young, or it is kind of weird having somebody who's 18, somebody who's 19, because again, like, you know, we talk about how, oh, no, she's 17, she's underage, but it's like, what, this same girl can turn 18 tomorrow and she's doing porn, so it's like, what are we really talking about? It's just the way I look at it. And I still think, regardless, like I said, any person that's
honestly,
21, 22, 23 plus, you should not be talking to anyone like
I feel like there's
17.
just a predatory aspect of the age of consent. Because I doubt...
what is the predatory aspect?
I'm just saying, like, because the age of consent could be 21. It could change to 21 tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
But there's still going to be porn sites saying freshly legal, like, barely 21, da-da-da-da. So it's not really going to change. It's just the I think it's just the taboo of it. That like, oh, it's not really allowed. It's like a sneaky kind of scandalous thing. I think that's like the appeal of it. So it could be 18, it could be 19, it could be 25. Like, it would be the same
I never really looked at porn like that, honestly.
No, I'm not saying you do. I'm just saying I would argue, because I don't understand it either, but I'm just saying from what I would imagine,
Mm-hmm.
that's like what is the appeal of it. Because, like, we saw, like, those girls, like, we watched that one video about, like, the Skid Row, like, the prostitutes and stuff. And they said, like, I will wear pigtails to make myself look young, to make myself look
we
like
just spoke about it. Forever 21, like, literally in the name itself, Forever 21 is exactly
and I
what
think
it
it's
means.
partially human nature to, like, want youth, but I think that some people...
I think it's more so predicated with women, though.
Can... What?
It's just more... It's, like, more...
Wanting youth in women? Yeah,
because youth so equals beauty, and women in general want to remain looking young, attractive, and beautiful. It's a thing that's more prevalent in, like, with women more so men, but with men, they still want to look young too. But I just see it a lot more like dramatically like within women, which and I think obviously reasons why. Nothing wrong with it.
But yeah, I think that whole like freshly legal thing is just the taboo extreme of like that.
Yeah, I just never like whenever I used to watch porn, like or whenever I did or do, I like it's I don't look at it like that. Like it's not like oh freshly kid like or whoa that was absolutely crazy. It's not like freshly teen. It could say that, but I just see a girl like or I would have just saw a girl, right? Like when I was fucking I don't know, like
beating my meat.
Yeah, like fucking like to like any I don't know some random white girl like 2 years ago. Like I'm not gonna think to myself that it says 18-year-old. I don't know. I'm just saying something random. I don't know. Like 18, 19, 20 because I don't really even be out to. I wouldn't. Well, I don't know why we're talking about my right now, but what I'm trying. The point I'm trying to get across is this. I don't know why guys do that. When it says like freshly 18, I just never. If I just saw someone look attractive, the person just looked attractive. I don't give a fuck about what the title said. The title could say, "Daughter kills and murders mom vigorously and drowns brother in the pool in the backyard," and I don't give a fuck. I just see someone else.
It's just the taboo of it. It's just the
But that's the thing that's funny is that there's people that actually beat off because the title just sounds edgy, and it's like that just satisfies them. I just never looked at porn like that. Like no matter who's in it, doesn't matter how big, like doesn't matter how crazy the title sounds. Nothing was gonna turn me on. Like that doesn't arouse me. I don't know how I arouse other people. I don't know.
Turn out that you not shit. Moving on, that's easy too. Quit acting like I'm not rich. Fuck these IG hoes, I'd rather have a block bitch. She been playing on my heartstrings like a guitar pick. I know what broken hearts mean, was trying to dodge it.